What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode, I'm gonna be honest. Carly has way more restraint than I could ever imagine that she would. Because I'm pretty sure if Nell was not pregnant, Carly would have pimp slapped that bitch. I'm just saying, she would have knocked her on the ground. She would have fucked her up. Because you could see the look on Carly's face show. She wanted to drop her so bad. And it was crazy how much restraint Carly was showing. Like she was just smiling sometimes, saying, "Oh, that's cool. That's good. Y'all get married. That's good." And I like how Nell went there to antagonize Carly, but that visit you could tell didn't turn out the way Nell had hoped it would. She thought that she was gonna, get Carly to react negatively, and Carly actually turned the tables, and Carly mind fucked Nell. She really did. Like when she was just going on and on about how Nell, Michael basically was marrying Nell because of the baby, and you could see the look on Nell's face, like she was definitely mad as fuck that Carly turned the tables on her because she really thought she was gonna come near and antagonize Carly, but Carly actually antagonized her back, and she did it in such a classy, graceful way, without any attitude, without frowning up. She did it all with a smile on her face, and she sounded like a friend to Nell when she was saying all of this to her. That's what tripped me out, and I didn't think Carly had all this in her, because Carly, she usually flies off the fucking handle, she goes berserk. So the amount of restraint Carly was showing impressed the shit out of me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, in the fact that she could just mind fuck Nell so easily without breaking a sweat, without getting upset. Like, she sounded genuine as fuck, and it was scary in a way. Like, I was like, I had to applaud Carly for that. I was like, I really do. I tipped my hand to her. I said, shit, I'm proud of you. She didn't let Nell, bait her into an argument or to do nothing to her. Um, But definitely though, you could see the look on Carly's face sometimes. Like she wanted to drop this bitch, especially when they were sitting there talking about how she took Jocelyn lingerie shopping, and I was like, oh, you pushing it, bitch. You're pushing it. You're pushing it. Cause the look on Carly's face, she wanted to take them sheets that was on that bed and choke the shit out of her with it. I could see it all on her face. She wanted to do that to her. And I can't blame her. Nell is playing a very dangerous game. I think everybody in this storyline at this point is playing a dangerous game. Somebody's gonna get fucked up. I just have that feeling that somebody's gonna get hurt because this is a wild game that they're playing. So now Carly and everybody are convinced that Nell killed her fiance. They're more convinced now than ever that she did it. Um, I don't think we still have proof on that yet. I know Chase is still working on it, but they're convinced more than ever that she did it. I'm convinced too, because her story just ain't adding up. Everything she was talking about just don't add up. So I'm convinced she killed him. And I feel like in terms of the money and stuff like that, his will, it didn't go in her favor. So that's why she probably, went to Port Charles, or she just blew Dodge or whatever. Partly to try to get revenge on Carly, but also because that will money didn't come through because the family tied it up in probate court, and she wasn't expecting that. She thought that she could just make it look like an accident. She'll get her inheritance and she'll just blow town. It didn't work like that for her. So of course that's why she came to Port Charles to fuck with Carly to get a big payday or whatever. Of course. Um, Michael, I will say, I pray Michael knows what the fuck he's doing. I'm just saying. I hope so. I know that his plan is going according to plan right now, but I just hope. I mean, what is the end game of marrying her? Is he trying to have her committed? What is the end game of marrying her? Like, seriously. I hope he has a prenuptial agreement when he does. Um, but I just strongly feel like maybe he don't know. Maybe he's in over his head on this because I like the fact that Michael has wisened up to her and he's been playing her this whole time and it's been working perfectly. But I have to agree with Sonny and Jason on this. Like I think he might be a little too in over his head on this shit. Um, because Michael need to realize when you're dealing with Nell, you're dealing with a rattlesnake, and she ain't afraid to bite. So you might want to tread lightly. I mean, what is the end game to this? You know what I mean? Why marry the girl? You know, you got her where you want her. You can easily bust her. What's the point of marriage? I don't know. I mean, maybe Michael. I think Michael has been playing this close to the vest because I don't think he's really revealing everything to Sonny and Jason. And I think it's smart that he hasn't told them everything about his plan. He hasn't revealed everything yet. And that's how a true villain, not saying Michael is a villain, but that's how a true villain does. They play things close to the vest when they're dealing with their enemy. Not just villains, but heroes too. You know, sometimes you got to play things close to the vest. Um, because you know what? For the better part of the weekend, like late at night and stuff like that, you know what I watched over this past weekend? I was literally online just watching reruns of Dallas and watching J.R. Ewing and Bobby and Jock and all them. I miss good storytelling. That's powerful fucking storytelling with J.R. and Cliff Barnes and Pamela and Sue Ellen. Every time J.R. would call Sue Ellen a drunk tramp, I was like, you don't get storytelling like that no more. You know, you really don't. And it's a shame too, because soap operas used to be so good. Like even prime time, Dynasty, Dallas, you know, they were the shit. Um, and it's crazy that you don't get that type of storyline no more. But I do like kind of how the storylines are evolving with the times, like the whole transgender stories, the Alzheimer's. You know, they're tackling a lot of things. But yeah, Michael, I really hope to God he knows what he's doing, because this bitch is lethal. Somebody needs to put her down and put her down quickly, like seriously. So Carly does have a reason, like she trying to get Sonny to stop the wedding or whatever. I don't think Sonny can stop it. I mean, how else is he gonna do it? I mean, you know, he just got to trust that Michael knows what he's doing. I'm glad Sonny's treating Michael like a grown man and not coddling him. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael keeps telling him, "I'm an adult. Let me handle this." Sonny was like, "All right, I'm gonna let you handle it." But don't think Sonny just gonna walk away. I mean, he gonna let Michael do what he got to do, but he's also gonna be waiting in the wings also to make sure that nothing happens to Michael, which you're supposed to do. You know, if your child wants to do something, let him do it. But you make sure that you're there, that you're close by, just in case he's about to fall, so that way you can catch him, because I have a feeling that that might happen. I mean, Michael Gunn needs some help. Ain't no way he can handle Nell by himself. Not totally, I don't think. He gonna need some help with this one. 'Cause like I said, that bitch is a snake. Um, and to kill a snake, you might have to chop the head off first. But I did like the scene though with Jason, Sam, and Danny. It's about time Jason got to be around his kid. Well, at least one of them. Oh, did they put Jake in the attic too now? Because usually Jake was the one who was out the attic, and the other two was always in the attic. So now we're not seeing Jake now. So I'm like, okay, he must be locked in the attic now. Cameron got to come out and play. Um, but that was a cool scene though to see Jason and Danny and stuff. You know, watching the fireworks with Sam. I'm still on the fence about him and Sam potentially getting back together. I'm still on the fence because I'm not a big Jason Sam fan as a couple. As them as a couple, I'm not a big fan of them as a couple. Individually, I'm a fan of Jason and Sam. I was kind of a fan of hers until she started acting stupid. Um, y'all know she was acting crazy these last couple years. Like she's been bugging out. Um, but I'm still on the fence about the two of them being together. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that, Cameron is finally a fucking teenager. It's about time. You know he's a teen now, and I'm happy. Oscar isn't happy though. And I had the biggest smile on my face when I seen Cameron go to the park and interrupt Oscar and Jocelyn. And Oscar was pissed from the beginning. Like he just had a scowl on his face the whole time. I love this. You know what? I know people are not a fan of love triangles or teenage love triangles. I like this though because it's not like we get a whole lot of love triangles on this show anyway, or at least teen ones. So you know, it's a welcome change. You know, especially teenage love triangles. I mean, when the last time we had that? Um, the closest we had to a love triangle, the closest we had to a love triangle was Spencer, Emma, and Cameron. That's when Cameron was younger. Like that didn't count because it ain't like they could do anything. You know what I mean? They're kids. Now we got teenagers. There's a difference. It's gonna be might be some bumping and grinding going on, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking forward to this. I feel like Cameron is gonna give Oscar a run for his money. He's definitely gonna get that boy a run for his money. I can see it now. Now as far as Terry go, the transgender friend, I'm digging this storyline because you know what? Her brother basically turned his back on her because she came out as transgender. You know, she wanted to be a woman. Um, and I understand this. You know, I get it because I feel like a lot of people need to live in their truth. You know, be who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame that in 2018 some people are still being ridiculed, harassed for being who they are. You cannot help how you are. You know, some people think that a gay person, oh, they just woke up one day and decided to be a woman or decided they don't like women anymore, they want to be with a man. That's not how that go. It's really not. You know, they didn't just wake up one day and be like, "Oh, I want to, I don't want to be this type of person anymore." They were born that way. They just didn't really know it at that time. They were, you know, how you got these feelings in you, but you don't know where they're coming from or why you feel the way you feel because you were born that way. You know what I mean? You can't help the way that you were born. You are who you are, you know, and it just takes people a while to admit it and to open up to people about it, and they're scared to open up to their family and friends about it because of how they may react, you know. And you get a lot of reactions like her brother's reaction. He basically turned his back on her because he felt betrayed. Now I can understand why he felt betrayed, but at the same time, this is her life now. This is who she wants to be. This is who she's always wanted to be. It just took her a while to come out as that. You know what I mean? And she was afraid to come out. You know, a lot of people are because of how their family's gonna react, how friends are gonna react. They feel like, oh, they're gonna lose that relationship. You know, people are gonna turn their back on them, and it's fucked up to feel like that. You know, it really is. It's fucked up. And that's why she even admitted like she was kind of afraid to go to Elizabeth's house and tell Elizabeth because she thought Elizabeth was going to be like everybody else and turn their back on her. But Elizabeth was like, "No, I would never." You know, and you need a friend like that. You need somebody in your corner like that. And you know what? I'm not even upset that Franco was a little weirded out by it a little bit because he gave his natural reaction to it. But he wasn't really weirded out by that. He was actually relieved. That's why he was a little uncomfortable, he said. Because he was relieved because he doesn't have to worry about competing with Elizabeth's childhood friend for her affections, you know, because that's what he was worried about. Because they did kiss when Terry was a guy, you know, so he was relieved. But I'm digging this because they're shedding light on something that really needs to be, you know, talked about more. You know, people need to be able to be who they are. You know, you don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I want to, you know, I like girls instead of guys, or I like guys instead of girls. You didn't just wake up one day feeling like that. You felt like that all your life. It just took you a while to come out and say it. You know what I mean? Because people hide their feelings because of what other people think. My message to people, even people watching this video right now, my message to you, be who you are. Fuck what anybody think. If they can't ride with you, they don't want to be there for you right now because you want to be who you are, who you were meant to be, then they don't need to be in your life. Be who you are, live your truth. You only get one life to live. You got to live it the way you want to live it. You know? You only get one go around. Make it count, make it right. You know, do you. You know, fuck what everybody think, you know? That's just how I feel about it. Fuck what everybody thinks. Do you? Um. So anyway, moving on from that, it was cool to see Lucas, Brad, and Sam all sharing the scene. You know, sipping champagne. Here's my problem. It's a minor problem, but here's my problem. They want Sam to be the godmother to their child, their impending child. I have a problem with that. And the reason I have a little problem, it's not a major issue, but it's just a small issue. Why do people ask their siblings to be godparents to their kids? I don't understand that because I feel like it's kind of dumb. And this is just my thinking. It's kind of dumb because you're already the aunt or the uncle of the child. So why do you also need to be the godparent? I feel like close friends should be the godparent, not a already established relative because they're a relative. They already are going to have a relationship with the child, a bond with the child. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should pick a close friend to be the godparent, not somebody who's already going to be an aunt or uncle who's going to basically be a part of this child's life every day anyway. You know what I mean? I just feel like they should pick a close friend. That's a small issue I have with that. Not saying that it ain't cool for Sam to be the godmother. It's cool, but it's just I never saw the point of why people do stuff like that. Choose the aunt or uncle to be the godparent when they're already the aunt and uncle. So it's like, what's the point? You might as well pick a friend. That's just my 2 cents. I mean, everybody else might think differently. That's just how I feel about it. I'm just saying. I have to be honest. Um, I kind of feel bad for Julian. Him and Kim look good together, though. I will say that. I don't think their relationship is gonna last too much longer, but they do look cool together. Um, I I feel bad for Julian because he's trying to turn his life around. But as far as he's making headway with Lucas at least. You know what I mean? Lucas talks to Julian now, and he's cool with Julian. They're not on the best of terms, but at least they're communicating. Sam does not even look in Julian's direction, even when he came to the table. To just sing their praises. Sam wanted nothing to do with Julian. And let me be honest, I get where Sam's coming from. Totally. I understand she does not fuck with Julian. She don't want nothing to do with Julian. I totally respect it and I get it. He's fucked up so many times. It's like she's afraid to let him back in because she feel like he's gonna mess up again big time, like he did before. So she's just keeping her distance from him. And I think even Julian realizes it and he respects it. In due time, I feel like Sam will come around in time. You just got to give her time. Um, so anyway, the fireworks at the end, it was nice. Everybody watching the fireworks. Sunny and Carly are in her room, just having a little romantic moment. I felt like it was a cool 4th of July episode for what it was. I will say I know for a fact that the late great Edward Quartermain is turning over in his grave right now because Sonny Corinthos was standing in the Quartermain living room. I know Edward was pissed. Edward, he ain't having that shit. Edward is not happy. I know it. I'm not happy either. I don't want to see no damn Corinthos in that living room. No shade. It's just, Sonny, stay out that house. Like, I get Michael lives there and that's his son or whatnot, but stay out that house. Like, seriously, that house should be your kryptonite. Stay up out of there. I can't wait for Leslie Charleston to return. She, I believe, is coming back July 23rd. They said so. She healed up. She good. She coming back. Thank God. The I think what's her name, Patty McCormick, who filled in for Monica Quartermain. She was a cool fill-in though. She was, but she ain't no Leslie Charles. Though. I mean Leslie Charleston. I'm just saying she's not her, but she did a good job. Anyway, that was the episode. I believe I covered everything. Hopefully. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And I will see y'all all later. Matter of fact, I will see y'all Thursday because there's no new episode tomorrow. 4th of July, of course. So I hope all you enjoy your 4th of July. Have a good cookout, good barbecue. I want some ribs right now. That's what I want. But I have to drink this. Stay hydrated. Anyway, I'll see y'all all Thursday. Have a great day. Have a great 4th. See y'all later. Peace.